What's up, YouTube? It's Inhuman Malice again, and I'm bringing you my first regular commentary in about a month. It's been a month since I've done anything but live com. So, this is the video I've been promising you. Probably the best comeback you've ever seen, and I'm confident that it's the best because of how outrageous the comeback is. It's nothing I've seen yet. I don't think I've tried to look it up on YouTube. I haven't seen anything like it yet. But if you have, I'd be happy to see it because there's, in my opinion, this is one of the best games I've ever seen. Not because we're absolutely smacking the crap out of this enemy, but just because it is literally climbing through the mud to get to the top. And that's why I enjoy this gameplay so much, and I enjoy playing games like this where it's a struggle, but there's a great finish at the end where you come out on top. There's just something that I like about it, uh, and that's what you'll see in this gameplay is an outrageous comeback. We stay at the score 3 for the longest time before we even cap something. Um, oh, and also I'm with Bowling Jabs in this video. He actually played with me earlier today, but if my clan wasn't on, this guy's usually the guy I played with. He's a great friend of mine, and for some reason we play really well together. But and also this is probably my favorite Call of Duty. It was my first Call of Duty, my first multiplayer first-person shooter. So you'll notice in this gameplay, I'm definitely not as good as I am now in this. But, I get the job done. I end up with a pretty good KD score. I end up with like 62 kills, maybe like 8 deaths. I start out completely negative. We were all doing horrible at first, but then we just flipped it around, and it ended up being amazing. But I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about comebacks in general, especially for the Call of Duty franchise. And you're probably thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing. Like, what does it matter what I think? I've only been around. I've only been around for what, 8 months, and even then I wasn't giving commentaries at the time. But I have 25 subscribers, so I'm probably not qualified to address an issue like this. But I figured I would do it anyways. And another thing that probably hinders me and my opinion is the fact that I didn't really play Modern Warfare 3. I tested the water a little bit. I played it. I didn't really like the mechanics or the flow of it. It's probably strange to hear, but I just didn't like the shooting in it. I just I didn't enjoy the game whatsoever. I didn't even make it to first prestige. I played a little bit. Ooh, nice kill. I played a little bit. I think I got to maybe level 60, and then I decided that I didn't want to play anymore, and I went right back to Black Ops 1. And a lot of people have been around since Call of Duty 4, or Modern Warfare 1, or something around that time, maybe even sooner. And they say that was the best one. But because I haven't played those games, I want to say that this is still my favorite. It's what I started with, and it's what I still think is the best in my opinion. MicroBeast, a friend of mine, he called this game the bread and butter of the Call of Duties, and that's why he never played Black Ops 2. But if I decided if I wanted to grow my channel, I better stick with Black Ops 2. That's what everybody else was doing, so I figured this was my chance to get better at the game, get better at the franchise's multiplayer, and see what I could do. So I'm kind of the new guy on the block, whereas like say Marka J or 402 Thunder, those guys like that. They're the old kids on the block, and I'm the newcomer. So it's expected for me to start out with so few followers, and I understand that I might not get any growth, but that's not even why I'm doing this. I'm not trying to be the biggest commentator in the world. I'm just trying to show people my hobby. Hopefully you enjoy it because I definitely enjoy doing it. But that's the whole point, is just to upload what I like to do. And I mean, that's why everybody else likes to do it, so you can't really criticize me for wanting to do this when I like to do this. But back to the comeback. And kind of what I was trying to get at first off was the fact that, in my opinion, and this might not necessarily be your opinion, but my opinion is that Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer was a bomb. The only thing that saved the game, in my opinion, was the campaign and survival mode. I mean, I could play survival mode for hours. It's just so fun. It's kind of like zombies, but maybe a little, maybe a little funner, in my opinion. Maybe more fun, is what I meant to say. So that's what drove me to Black Ops 1, because I felt like this was a good game, you know, the bread and butter of the Call of Duties. And Black Ops 2, for a lot of people, was just... I mean, a lot of people hate this game. A lot of people were driven away by this. People thought this was going down the wrong direction. This is definitely not like any other Call of Duty ever made. It's maybe... maybe... blah, blah, blah. It's... I kind of like to think of it as the... it's like a breed between everything that's bad in Modern Warfare 3 and some of the bad things in Black Ops 1, just combined. There's so many things wrong with this game, but, you know, of course, this won't be addressed. Target finders. Good God, who thought of target finders? Ah, man. Whatever. But the question is can Ghost bring this back? Or is it so far gone that deviating from the path that it's going right now, is that too much? You know, would that hurt the franchise? But the question is also, I mean, what can save it? I mean, has it gone too far down the path of no return? Is it going to just keep going with what's causing all of these issues, like, say, Wanted Pro, where you get shot around corners, or will the new gen consoles fix it? But that's really a question we have to ask ourselves, and a question that Activision and some of the makers of these Call of Duties have to ask themselves: is, you know, what can they do to bring this franchise back? Is it too far gone? Is it perfectly fine? Do people still trust this franchise? But you also have to think the games that are coming out, like Titanfall, and you got GTA 5 online, and you know that's driven a lot of Black Ops 2 players to GTA 5. You know, even with the bugs and stuff, that's still what people are playing. I mean, if you've been online, you've noticed the numbers dropping. So, at any rate, people are still going to buy this game no matter what. It's probably still got a good 10 years, if not longer, of life in it. You know, people are still going to be patient with this game. They're going to see what's going on with this franchise, so they're always going to have loyal buyers. But in terms of, say, quality, in terms of what's going to keep people enjoying their games, have they gone down? Have they gone too far down? I mean, perfect example. Drifter said it himself. He said that you can't make a Call of Duty unlike the other Call of Duties. So unlike that it's a completely different game, because then it's no longer Call of Duty. But you look at, say, Black Ops 2, and even though it's not completely different than all the other Call of Duties, is it too different, and has it made the franchise gone down the road of no return? And I guess the answer to that is who knows until it gets there. I guess I just kind of wanted to vent and maybe put a little perspective into it that maybe hasn't been seen yet or talked about yet. Hopefully Ghost brings it back. It looks like they are. I'm looking forward to seeing what they've done new, and, you know, hopefully it'll turn out for the best. But I don't really want to go into it too much, because you've heard it from all the other commentators. They've taken into the opportunity of dissing the games already, so you guys already know what's wrong with it, and I'm not going to go into depth of everything, simply because I don't have the time. I could go on for hours about it, trust me. But back to the gameplay. You probably noticed that they're at 195, and even if you walked into this game late, you'd probably back right out, because throughout this game we've been so far down. At one point we were down like I believe more than 100 points, but I did happen to get all my kill streaks, bringing it back, and hopefully my talking didn't distract you too much from the gameplay, because I mean, this should have been impossible. This should have been one of those games that was so far down. You walk in and you say, you know what? I- I'm just gonna back out. It's not even worth it. We're already done. They've already got 195 points. I mean, we would have to hold all three for the rest of the time to win this game. But that's what we did. We didn't give up, even when it looked impossible. When there was no coming back from this. I mean, we ended up turning it around, and that's the kind of mindset it takes. You have to believe that you have a chance. You have to believe you can do it, because if you don't, then you're just, I don't know, you're gonna go for kills. Yeah, I mean, you might stick through the game, but you're not gonna take it serious. You're gonna try to just end up with a good KD. You're not gonna risk your life for objectives. But that's what it takes. I mean, even if you're down like we were, we had 3 points when they had 80 something, I believe. I mean, don't quote me, but I think that's where it was. And as you knife. And as you see, we're about to turn it around for the win. The score ends up to be 200 to 198. And if this was not the best comeback you've ever seen, let me know. But in my opinion, it's the best that I've definitely ever done. And me and Bowl and Jabs were part of it. And I always want to thank him for being in these types of games with me and playing with me, because it's always a blast. I have fun playing with my friends. But thanks for watching. Christ be with you. God bless you. Peace out.